3C, order relations with integers. Now, we've dealt with the order relations before. Remember, that's when we were dealing with greater than, less than, equal to, right? Comparison of different values. Now, on whole numbers, or even on just positive numbers, it's pretty straightforward. The larger number is greater than the smaller number. So if I had 7 and 3, you'd go, well, 7's greater than 3. It's a larger number. It changes a little bit when you're dealing with positive and negative numbers. If you're looking at a number line, so if I'm looking at a number line, then numbers to the right are greater, or we could even say more positive, and numbers to the left are lesser, or we could say more negative. Okay, so numbers to the right are greater, numbers to the left are lesser. Numbers to the right are more positive, numbers to the left are less positive. So what that means is any positive number is going to be greater than a negative number, no matter what the magnitude. Right? To find if something is greater than something or less than something, it's all a matter of position on the number line. A number that's further to the right on the number line is greater than a number that's further to the left. So if I said -7 and -3, I would look and say, well, -7, well, that's actually all the way over here, right? And -3, that's here. Well, which number is greater? The number that's greater is the one that's more to the right, further to the positive side. So -3 is greater than -7. It goes kind of against what you're used to seeing, because you see that 7, you go, well, 7's bigger than 3. Correct. But -7 is not greater than -3, because it's further to the left, and that makes it lesser. What if I had a negative number and a positive number that I'm comparing? What if I have -2 and 5? Well, which one's greater? Well, you may look and go, well, 5's bigger than 2, so that's, well, not necessarily. But 5 is positive, -2 is negative, so 5 is further to the right, so therefore it is greater than -2. So -2 is less than 5. But what if I reverse that and do something like -8 and 3? Well, 8's larger than 3, sure, but 8 is also negative, whereas 3 is positive. So 8 is further to the left, 3 is further to the right, so 3 is still greater than -8, so -8 is less than 3. Okay? And you can do that using a number line, or when you get good at it, you can just start doing it on your own. You know that any positive number is going to be greater than any negative number. You know a larger positive number is going to be greater than a smaller positive number. The only thing that flip-flops on you is when you're dealing with negative numbers, a smaller negative number is greater than a larger negative number. Sounds kind of weird to say it, doesn't it? But let's look at a few and just see what happens. -7.3, -2.1. 8.2, -12.9. 6, 3.7, -4.0, +4.0. Okay, so let's look at these and determine. We got negative 7.3 and negative 2.1. Remember, we're thinking of the number line, we're going, well, which one's further to the right on the number line? Well, if you've got negative 7.3 and negative 2.1, remember, you're starting at 0 and you're either going positive or you're going negative. Well, if you're going from 0 left, you're going to hit negative 2.1 before you hit negative 7.3. So negative 7.3 is to the left, or it's lesser. So negative 7.3 is less than negative 2.1. And remember, there's nothing wrong with just kind of putting this on a number line just to make sure you're doing it correctly. 8.2, negative 12.9. With this, we should be able to look at it and go, well, this is positive and that's negative. Positive is further to the right than a negative number, so 8.2 must be greater than negative 12.9. 6 and 3.7, Mr. Davis, come on, this is a no-brainer. We already know this. 6 is larger than 3.7. They're both positive, so therefore 6 is greater than 3.7. And then we got negative 4.0 and positive 4.0. The magnitudes are the same. They have equal number, 4.0, 4.0. The signs are different, and we know that a positive number is always greater than a negative number. So therefore, negative 4.0 is less than positive 4.0. And that's order relations with, I guess I'd said integers, but with positive and negative numbers, or signed numbers.